since, but ever since all this craziness has been going down, I've been doing a lot of reading, so I picked up quite a few books, and I decided I would do a haul just showing you guys what I got. I've been loving to watch videos about books, people's book recommendations and all that stuff. Reading and writing is one of my favorite things to do, so yeah, if you want to see the books that I picked up recently, what I've been reading or what I'm going to be reading, then keep on watching. But before we get started, today's video is sponsored by Soho's Eyewear, and I want to thank them for sponsoring today's video and helping me keep working and keep making income and paying my bills through this tough time, so thank you to them. They sent me 4 pairs of glasses, and I'm going to try them on and show them to you, along with looking at books a lot lately. I've been spending so much time in front of screens. I've been Twitch streaming, making videos, editing, and just looking at my phone like all hours of the day. I'm almost constantly looking at a screen, and I'm sure many of you are doing the same, but I never really understood the importance of making sure your eyes are okay looking at screens that long. So I got 2 pairs of their blue light glasses, which are really good for those blue LED rays. They help your eyes be more adjusted to screen lighting, as well as like making sure that it doesn't throw off your circadian rhythms and all that stuff. So the first pair that I got are just these gold frames. Really, really cute. I love these. Just classic blue light glasses. I don't know, just for wearing around the house every day, whatnot. Really cute. I would say these are probably my favorite, but yeah, they just look like this. Love them. The second pair I got is also blue light, but these ones are just black frames, very simple and basic. My boyfriend Josh has been wearing these a lot. He wears them like every day, so we both kind of got a pair, and yeah, these ones are really, really cute as well if you like more of a black frame. And then I also got 2 pairs of their sunglasses, which are really good for the summertime. These are the first pair of sunglasses that I got. Definitely my favorite. They're just like this black with this sort of gray marble kind of outline. They have this cute little pointy frame at the top. Really cute. Love these. Will be excited to wear them out whenever I leave my house next. And then the last pair just look like this. You can't really tell in the light, but they are like this orangey pinky kind of color, and they're just these big oversized aviators. Again, really cute. I think aviators are like my classic sunglasses style. But yeah, so there's the glasses. Really like them. They're really nice, high quality. Every pair that I got came in a really nice packaging. They come with like a wipe to help clean them and keep them really nice, so love the packaging. They're also more affordable than a lot of the blue light glasses that I've seen, so definitely check them out. I will have all the glasses that I got linked down below, as well as a coupon code that you can use to get 15% off your first purchase, so go get some glasses. I really would recommend them. They're great. And thanks again to them for sponsoring this video. Okay, so now let's get on into the books. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books here to show you. So they're also all different, like all different genres and types. So there's something in here for like everybody basically. I'm trying to get a wider variety of books. So the first one is a young adult fiction novel. It's actually now on Netflix, which I just barely realized that. But it's called All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. It just looks like this, and I'll read you the back. So this says, Theodore Finch is fascinated by death. Every day he thinks of ways he might die, but every day he also searches for and manages to find something to keep him here and alive and awake. Violet Markey lives for the future, counting the days until graduation when she can escape her small Indiana town and her aching grief in the wake of her sister's death. When Finch and Violet meet on the ledge of the bell tower at school, 6 stories above the ground, it's unclear who saves whom. Soon it's only with Violet that Finch can be himself, and it's only with Finch that Violet forgets to count away the days and starts living them. But as Violet's world said, I've been trying to broaden my horizons. So the next book is actually one that I got because I read the author's first book. So this is Markland, The Story of a Movement by Dave Cullen. He wrote a book about Columbine, and I read that several years ago, and it's a really good, really good book. One of my favorite nonfiction books ever. It was really good, would highly recommend it. So when I saw that he wrote one about Parkland, I decided to pick it up. But yeah, these are basically just nonfiction books that talk about the school shootings. Emma Gonzalez called BS David Hogg called out adult America. The uprising had begun. Cameron Kelly immediately recruited a colorful band of theater kids and rising activists and brought them together in his living room to map out a movement. 4 days after escaping Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School, 24 extraordinary kids announced the audacious March for Our Lives. A month later, it was the 4th largest protest in American history. This is not about the killer, who Dave Cullen refuses to name. Cullen, who has been reporting on the epidemic of school shootings for 2 decades, takes us along with the students' 9 months odyssey from the shooting to the midterm elections and beyond. With unrivaled access to their friends and families, meetings and homes, he pulls back the curtain to reveal intimate portraits of the quirky, playful organizers who have taken the nation by storm. The Parkland students are genuinely candid about their experiences. We see them cope with shattered friendships and PTSD, along with the normal day-to-day struggles of school, including AP exams and college acceptances. Yet, with the idealism of youth, they refuse victimhood and continue to devise clever news tactics to stir their generation to action. Parkland is a staggering story of empowerment and hope, told through the wildly creative and wickedly funny voices of a group of remarkable kids. And it won a whole bunch of Best of the Year awards. It came out last year. So yeah, really excited to read this. I would also highly recommend the Columbine book that he wrote. That one is really good as well. So if you're interested in that. That was the second book that I got. The next book that I got is from Stephen King, and it's Pet Sematary. I was first really introduced to Stephen King through It. I saw the movies, and I can't remember if I finished the novel or not, but I did read at least part of the novel. And I had a friend recommend this one to me, and thought I would pick it up. This is also just recently was made into a movie, but I haven't seen the movie, so yeah. But it says, when Dr. Lewis Greed takes a new job and moves his family to the idyllic and rural town of Ludlow, Maine, this new beginning seems too good to be true. Yet, despite Ludlow's tranquility, there's an undercurrent of danger that exists here. Those trucks on the road outside the Greed's beautiful old home travel by just a little too quickly. For one thing, as is evidenced by the makeshift pet cemetery out back in the nearby woods. Then, there are the warnings to Lewis, both real and from the depth of his nightmares, that he should not venture beyond the borders of this little graveyard. A blood-chilling truth is hidden there, one more terrifying than death itself, and hideously more powerful. An ominous fate befalls anyone who dares tamper with this forbidden place, as Lewis is about to discover himself. And this is the only one out of all the books that I've actually started reading. I am that far in, so only 4 chapters or something, but yeah, so far I do enjoy it. Nothing really crazy has happened, but I'm liking the characters so far. And yeah, so there's that book. The next book that I got is Trainspotting by Irvine Welsh. This is also a movie, a really popular movie. Haven't seen it. I'm gonna read all these books before I watch the movies, but this is basically about a group of drug addicts in Edinburgh, which is over in Scotland, and yeah, they just do a bunch of crazy stuff. Trainspotting is the hilarious, appalling, riveting, best-selling, and altogether masterful first novel that launched the spectacular career of Irvine Welsh. It is an authentic, unrelenting, and strangely exhilarating group of blasted lives in Edinburgh, as unforgettable a clutch of junkies, rude boys, and nutters as readers will ever encounter. So yeah, heard great things about it, and I think it's really cool because in the back especially over here in America. There's a glossary with all of the like Scottish phrases that they use and what they mean, which is really nice. But yeah, I am looking forward to reading this and watching the movie, and maybe I'll know how to speak like a Scot. Probably not, though. We're gonna take kind of a wide jump to something that's pretty different. This is the next book that I got. It's called Bachelor Nation: Inside the World of America's Favorite Guilty Pleasure by Amy Kaufman. If you know me, you would know I love reality TV. Shitty reality TV, especially like dating shows. I love Love Island, Big Brother. I've recently been watching The Bachelor for the past like 2 or 3 seasons. I watched Colton, Hannah, and Peter's season, and I heard about this book and thought it would be interesting just to learn more about how the show works. So the back says, for nearly 2 decades and dozens of seasons, the Bachelor franchise has been a mainstay on TV viewers' lives. Now, for the first time, Los Angeles Times journalist Amy Kaufman gives readers an unauthorized, definitive look at America's favorite guilty pleasure. Kaufman, a proud member of Bachelor Nation, has a long history with the franchise. ABC even banned her from attending show events after her coverage of the program got a little too real for its liking. She's interviewed dozens of producers, contestants, and celebrity fans to reveal never-before-told details of the show's inner workings, what it's like to be trapped in the mansion bubble, dark, juicy tales of producer manipulation, and revelations about the alcohol-fueled debauchery that occurs long before the fantasy suite. Kaufman also explores what our fascination means culturally, what the show says about the way we view so-called ideal suitors, our subconscious yearning for fairy tale romance, and how the show has shaped society's feelings about love, marriage, and feminism by appealing to a marriage plot that's as old as the best of Jane Austen. So, kind of just goes into like all the psychological aspects of the show and some of the like dirty details about producing and the entertainment aspect of it, but I thought it'd be interesting to read, so I picked that up. Who doesn't love a little bit of good gossip about a reality TV show? The last book that I got is something new. I've never read anything from this author. I believe I found this through a YouTuber. Don't remember who it was. I was just watching a whole bunch of book videos one day, and a guy was talking about this book, this series. I guess this is the first book in the series, but this is the Eyre Affair by Jasper Fforde. And Jasper Fforde, this is basically like this series. This is the first book in the series. The series is about how people can like travel into books, like if it's a real life world, and like alter the story and whatever. So each like novel in this series is about different books that people are going into. I don't know, kind of hard to explain, but I'll read the back. So it says, "Welcome to the surreal version of Great Britain circa 1985, where time travel is routine, cloning is a reality, and literature is taken very, very seriously. England is a virtual police state where an ant can get lost literally in the Wordsworth poem. Militant Baconians heckle performers of Hamlet, and forging Byronic verse is a punishable offense. All this business as usual for Thursday Next, renowned special operative in literacy detection, until someone begins kidnapping characters from works of literature. When Jane Eyre is plucked from the pages of Bronte's novel, Thursday must track down the villain and enter a novel herself to avert a heinous act of literary homicide." So Thursday Next is like it's like the Thursday Next series. She's like the main person in the series, and she goes and is a detective for these like time traveling book people. I don't know. It sounds really interesting, and people have said that the way that Jasper Fforde writes is really like unique and different. So I'm excited to read it. Also, I just love the name Thursday Next. I think that's such a cool artist name. I don't know. But I also picked up a Sylvia Plath book and another book, but they have not arrived yet, so if you want to see them, I'll probably post about them on my Instagram stories or whatever. But those are all the books that I have. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any other book recommendations, I'd love for you to leave them in the comments below. We could have a chat, a discussion about your favorite books or whatever. That'd be really fun. But I hope you guys are staying safe, healthy, and happy, and I hope you have a great day or night. Again, remember